India and Iran this week renewed the Chabahar Port Agreement for 10 years. Indian Minister for Ports and Shipping and Waterways, Sarbananda Sonowal, travelled to Tehran to sign this agreement. This was a global news headline, and the United States especially was watching this development very closely. I will tell you why in just a bit. But first, why is this port agreement so important? First, this is the closest Iranian port to India, located in the open sea and provides easy and secure access for large cargo ships. This is a deep sea water port located in the Sistan-Baluchistan province of Iran. The Chabahar Port Agreement was first signed by India, Iran and Afghanistan in 2016. The port opened a transit route for Indian goods and products to Afghanistan and Central Asia, while avoiding the land route through Pakistan. India is participating in the development of the first phase of the Shahid Beheshti terminal of the Chabahar port in cooperation with Iran. Since the Indian company IPGL took over operations in 2018, 90,000 TEUs of container traffic, 8.4 million metric tons of bulk and general cargo, humanitarian assistance during COVID-19 has passed through the port. To date, a total of 2.5 million tons of wheat and 2,000 tons of pulses have been transshipped from India to Afghanistan through the Chabahar port. In 2021, India supplied 40,000 litres of pesticide to Iran to fight locust menace through the port. IPGL will now further operate and equip the port. The Indian government, through its company IPGL, will invest approximately $120 million in equipping the port and has also offered a $250 million line of credit for improving infrastructure at the port. India has always considered this to be a more economical and stable route to reach global markets. Now coming to the US reaction. Well, the US State Department has said Iran remains under US sanctions and any entity doing business with the Iranian government could face sanction scrutiny. The US State Department said there is no exception or carve-out for India when it comes to sanctions on Iran.
I will just say, as it relates to the United States, US sanctions on Iran remain in place and will continue to enforce them.
Does that mean including against Indian firms potentially?
So broadly, Sean, you've heard us say this in a number of instances. Any entity, anyone considering business deals with Iran, they need to be aware of the potential risk that they are opening themselves up to and the potential risk of sanctions.
So there's not an exemption for this specific?
Responding to these remarks, the External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar said that the United States should not take a narrow view of the agreement with Iran. He added that India will work towards convincing the United States about the larger relevance of the Chabahar Port Agreement and how it benefits everyone.
Everybody's benefit. I don't think people should take a narrow view of it, and they have not done so in the past. So if you look at even US's own attitude to Chabahar in the past, the US has been appreciative of the fact that Chabahar has a larger relevance. So, we will work on it.
The agreement has been signed for a 10-year period, after which it will have to be renewed. India and Iran have also agreed that matters requiring arbitration with regard to the Chabahar port will be referred to a 3-member tribunal based in Muscat. Now, as far as the possibility of sanctions is concerned, the US ambassador has said there could be more clarity on this in the days to come.
We know that India is a friend. We've looked at things on a case-by-case basis. But in general, our system of sanctions against folks that are working with Iran, which is exporting terrorism, is something we take very seriously. So that will be something that we'll have to look at further, and I think that you'll see clarifications in the future.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC-TV18 on all of our digital platforms.